Hi, this is Allison Profit, creator of the Soulful Entrepreneur Summit, which is happening January 24th to the 28th, 2022. And today I am so excited to be joined by Christine Walsh. And we're going to be doing her Summit Speaker Spotlight interview so that you can get to know her just a little bit better. Christine is actually going to be helping us wrap up our summit as our closing keynote speaker on January 28th. So we're so excited to get to know her a little bit better. Let's dive in. Hi, Christine. How are you?
I am well today. Thank you for having me here and being part of the
Yeah,
summit.
of course. Yeah. So I'd love to ask you just to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what your business is and what it's all about.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Christine Walsh, and I specialize in partnering with women in business at 6 and 7 level figures of business to help them uncover their next level financial roadblocks so that they can step into the genuine power of themselves as CEO of their business while increasing their revenue, while increasing their profitability without busting their butts doing it. So I'm a money girl and I love talking numbers and money.
Ah, love that so much. If you need help with your money mindset, Christine is the lady you should talk to. So Christine, you alluded to it a little bit already in your intro, but what does it mean to you to be a soulful entrepreneur?
To me, being a soulful entrepreneur is about being embodied. I think that's the word that comes to me. And that the meaning of embodied for everyone obviously a little bit different, the definition, but for me it's about feeling. It's about emotion, right? When I work with money, there is emotion there and there's very tactical, practical, like get things done kind of things that go with it. And business as well, right? Business, there is an emotional part of it. We typically, as a conscious business owner, we have a soulful purpose that's part of the fabric of why we built the business. And that's a feeling. That's something that's internal. That's not something that is logic and it's numbers on the paper or the business plan or anything. Being a soulful entrepreneur is about bringing our whole self to the business, the good, the bad, the ugly, and it's in an embodied aspect of us. And so that's what I feel like is soulful about it.
Yes. Oh, I love that so much. Like I just can feel my cheeks are hurting from like the smiliness of just thinking about this event and the fact that you're going to be wrapping it up. And so in addition to during the summit sharing more about being a soulful entrepreneur, we really wanted to highlight to our attendees the importance of fun, right? We can't be soulful and like not fun at the same time. And so as part of our application process, we actually asked all of our speakers to share their go-to song, that song that just inspires them, that gets them energized and pumped up. So Christine, I'd love to know, what was your go-to song?
My go-to song is Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys. I Music is a huge part of my life and I just when I hear that song come on the my car radio or my through my headphones or whatever when I'm hiking, I'm just like I'm going for it. I'm going for it. There's a line in there about it's like head in the clouds but feet on the ground. I'm probably not quoting it exactly, but that's how I feel what it's like to be a business owner too. It's like, yeah, we need that head in the clouds kind of visionary aspect to us, but we also need our boots on the ground doing the little nitty gritty things. And Girl on Fire just gets me revved up. So I'll be kind of pumping that before my speech, most likely as I come on at the end of the week for the summit.
Yeah, well, so the fun thing is, I love that song. B, when that song comes on, I'm basically Alicia Keys. And see, like, how can
100%.
you not feel inspired when you hear that song? So music is also really important to Amanda, my co-creator of the summit, and I, and we really believe that music is a universal language. And so we have actually compiled a playlist of all of our speakers' go-to songs. And that way you as an attendee can start getting energized and like listen to the playlist and be like, oh, is my favorite song on there? And so we really want you to listen to the playlist and get pumped up before the summit, during the summit, after the summit. And we do play the playlist throughout the summit. So Girl on Fire will make an appearance for sure. So the link to those playlists is going to be down in the video description below. So be sure to check it out. There's a Spotify one and a YouTube one. So we're just really excited about bringing music into the event again this year. So what are you most excited about sharing during the closing keynote of the summit?
Yeah, feeling into the summit and feeling into who you brought together, you and Amanda brought together, and the theme, the energy of it that I'm feeling already, kind of almost 2 months out, a little under 2 months out, is this idea of that we do business differently. We have an opportunity right now in our um, collective energy, collective space, society, and stuff like that, to start looking at doing business differently than we have perhaps been modeled for us, or we've been taught, or we just thought how we should do it. And I think on the underpinning of what I feel about the summit and how I want to show up in it is this idea of like, let's do this differently. Like we have a collective, an opportunity in the summit here as a collective group to come together and make decisions almost, or choose differently. A lot of my philosophy around money is doing money differently. And I just want our viewers to think about, what would that mean? What would that look like? And often with money, it's a little bit daunting, like, well, I don't know where to start, or I don't know where to do it. And I think the summit will bring up insights, ideas, possibilities, opportunities of how we can do business differently to make it more generative, to make it more inclusive, to make it more win-win for the collective as a whole, because we need it. And there are shifts happening, and I love seeing that. I'm doing that in the money realm, but on a business level, how we as soulful entrepreneurs come to our business and stand in it as a whole. And it's not just something that's where we go to work and get our owner's distribution or our paycheck from, and then go home. This is part of us, and we want to make it as fulfilling and loving, right, as we can. So we're in a moment here, very important moment, in light of the pandemic, in light of what's gone on in our society and politically, to shift the way that we do business going forward. And I think small business owners are at the forefront, and we're well equipped to do that. So that's what I'm excited for.
Preach it, sister, preach it. So excited. So we are going to head into a rapid fire round of questions. So Christine doesn't know what these questions are, so this will be fun. Are you ready for the rapid fire round?
I am.
All right. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Beach or mountains?
Mountain.
The favorite book you read in 2021?
Oh, goodness. U Squared by Price Pritchett.
And the biggest takeaway that you've had from 2021?
The biggest takeaway from 2021 is to slow down, to speed up. I'm a New Yorker, so I'm usually, even though I've been out in Colorado 17 years, I'm a kind of keep going kind of girl, and I'm really honoring the qualities and the importance of slowing down when required.
Yeah, I love that. And that's one of the things I teach as in my business, is that as a soulful entrepreneur, like there's no rush. Like we don't need to rush. Mm-hmm. And when we subtract things, that actually creates that space for that expansion and the generativeness. So, and slowing down allows us to be able to see those opportunities a little bit clearer. And actually we can see things faster when we slow down. So I love that so much. So Christine, obviously I know you, but it's so great to be able to share a little bit more about you with our viewers here. If you are listening, we want to personally invite you to join us at the 2022 Soulful Entrepreneur Summit. You can get more details and register for your ticket at www.getsoulfulsuccess.com. The link for that is going to be down in the video description below, as well as the links for our playlist. We can't wait to see everyone at the end of January 2022 and wrapping it up with some Girl on Fire soundtrack with Amanda, myself, Jenny, and our beautiful keynote closing speaker, Christine. Thanks again, Christine, so much.
You're welcome.